Hey everybody, Mark Edward Lewis here with CinemaSound.com, and welcome to the Podcaster Survival Guide, where we're going to cover absolutely everything you need to know to get a great sounding, high production value, Hollywood level delivery podcast time and time again. And we're going to do this by going through record, edit, fix, and mix. Now, if you've done the Cinema Sound education, you know there's a few other chapters in there, including effects and music and workspace and inspiration. But for podcasts, we don't need to go so deep. However, if you haven't taken a look at our Cinema Sound education, which is over 85 hours of content, which takes you from, I don't know how to do sound at all, maybe I'm a photographer, all the way to 5.1 level surround sound deliveries and higher, that's the place for you to go. And everything that we're going to be talking about here in this education of the Survival Guide has its roots in the fundamental education of the Cinema Sound education. Now, podcasting, as you know, is like nothing else. It's not at all like doing ADR or voiceover in a studio, certainly not like doing music in a studio, and nothing at all like being on set with actors walking around. In fact, podcasting is sort of a happy medium between studio and being on set, because we not only have to deal with multiple talent at the same time, but we may be in a noisy environment or outside or who knows what, maybe not in a perfect studio environment. And we have to be able to compensate for noise, ground loops, all kinds of bogeys in the sound, as well as being able to get great sounding audio and be able to set up quick and get out fast. Now, like most things with sound, getting audio right is just not intuitive at all. And if you've been to film school, there's really no guarantee that you learned how to do sound right. In fact, when we did the Sound Advice Tour, where I went to 34 cities all around North America and Australia, what I really learned about people who went to film school were that they learned how to keep the levels below zero on their recorders and how to hold a boom pole. Wrong. So there's a ton of stuff that we need to know, and podcasting in particular has its own special niche way of getting great sound in both good, medium, and bad situations. We're going to cover as many of those as we can to get you empowered and getting great sounding recordings, great performances from your talent, and being able to post them with ease and speed to get a Hollywood level result. Now, what I'm going to talk about here may be kind of basic for some of you, and that's okay. Just go ahead and fast forward through to the next sections if you're like, I know this already. Now, I don't want anyone left behind, and so it's why I want everybody to have their feet on the same ground before we take off and start learning how to do this. So if this is all new to you, congratulations. You're in the right place. I'm so glad you're here. Let's roll. I'm really excited that you're joining me here because podcasting is only going to get bigger. I mean, 5 years from now, it's going to be perhaps the number one way that human beings disseminate information and stories to each other all around the world. So we want to make sure that we know how to get great sounding podcasts and how to deliver them at that powerful professional level. And the great thing is we can do it with some very simple tools. So what's needed? Well, first of all, we have to have a good location. Most people think you have to have a good microphone, but actually location is far, far more important than even having a good microphone. We want to have a place that's quiet, not too ringy, not too much echo or reverb, and we want to be able to sit far enough away from each other so that if we have multiple talent and multiple microphones, they don't bleed into each other. That can cause phase problems. Second, of course, is the microphone itself. What kind of microphone do we use? We're going to talk about that in a moment. We also want to have some kind of support for this microphone, usually not the stand that it comes with that sits on the desk and entertains down here somewhere. And then, of course, we need over-ear headphones. We're going to talk about that at length. And then some way to record our sound, either, well, hopefully not on your phone, but if you must, your camera or recorder or something else. And then, of course, a digital audio workstation software to be able to process, edit, and ultimately output the audio that we've recorded.